The microphone is on. The audio is on, which means if we push this button right here, what button is it? It's this button. There's a big picture of Stuart Ashens' face.
That's terrible. People don't want to see that.
Yeah, I don't know how to get it so it goes to everyone, but oh well, it might just be you the whole way through. Oh no, it's changing over. It's changing over. Hello, everybody. I'm not taking over as the host. There was a few technical issues behind the scenes. Of course, there always is. So basically, that's why this all looks like my OBS streaming software, because I am the person doing all of this. No, I don't know why it's going to you. I don't know why it's just. I was just scrolling through people. I don't know how to do this. There's probably an option. I didn't have very long to set this up, guys. Oh well. I don't know how to change it. Gallery view, should we change that? Let's do it like that. There we go.
That'll work.
I'm talking as if I'm hosting this, but I don't really know what we're going to talk about or anything.
Do we know what their plans were? Do they have an itinerary they've sent over, or?
No, nothing. This is all live, by the way.
Oh no! Sorry.
Oh, tremendous!
Let's just.
Brilliant.
Hello, everyone.
Right.
Hi.
Who else is impressed by this? Let's answer some questions. A wild Larry appears. Oh,
hello.
Yes.
Am I?
Action 52. Talk about Action 52. Says Gaming Muso.
No.
Not Action 52 again.
Can we talk about cassette 50 instead?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That's a good one.
Well,
yeah.
you guys talk about it. I'll just sit here and.
Okay, is it all shit?
If I remember, there's like one potentially decent game, maybe 2 out of the entire 50. They're still not very good, but
a couple playable on it or something.
There's a golf one that was relatively fun.
Relatively.
Yeah.
Is that a polite way of saying allegedly? It was allegedly fun. Some people enjoyed it. I just remember.
Okay, I've been getting sent over things that we should be talking about. Shall we? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The Dreamcast Mini is a possibility. Now I know about this. It's one of two. Me and Larry chatted about this only last night. Was it? I think
Thursday. I think.
Oh,
Thursday?
Yeah, 2 nights ago. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yes, I do know about this. Sega have said that basically one of the next mini consoles is going to be one that's mass marketed to a worldwide thing. It's going to be a while off, and it's going to either be the SG-1000 or the Dreamcast. Now, if it's a worldwide mass thing, I have no idea why they're even bringing up the SG-1000, because surely you have to be into what we do to know what that is. So I think it's pretty safe bet that the Dreamcast is going to be the one they go for. So I suppose the big one is what games we want to be seeing on this Dreamcast Mini.
Well, there's going to be Crazy Taxi with different music. I think we can guess that one. Yeah.
Jet Set
There
Radio.
goes some crazy copyright infringing tunes.
Got some crack pipe inside my cutter.
They
Pretty
could,
little bum fights fans.
They could put like a secret unlockable in it, and it'd be Simpsons Road Rage or something.
Oh.
I tell you what, I don't know why Sega haven't actually just collated all of the Crazy Taxis into just like one collection and put it up as a download.
They saw Holder's got 1 and 3 in it, so
yeah,
I agree
does. But number 1's even got the extra bit, hasn't the extra? What your arcade and classic, is it? No, arcade or console version. There's 2 maps basically in the original.
yeah, that sort of San Francisco one's a bonus map, isn't it, in the original?
Right. What was you gonna say, Top Hat?
Gaming Muso brought up a great point in the chat. We should have Seaman on the system, and I totally agree with him, because Seaman should literally be all over everything.
I think I've got some semen on mine.
That wouldn't surprise me.
You were getting excited earlier, Dan. So.
That's grammar mistake of the month, I think.
It's
I'm very happy with
it's a new form of retro writing.
Yes.
I've got an import here, and the only reason I own it is so I can show it off on stream sometimes, because there's no way I can ever play the Japanese version of Seaman or Seaman.
Why not?
If we're going to be funny. Because I can't read or speak Japanese or understand it when fish talk to me in it.
Well, that's your problem.
It is.
You've got to learn Japanese then.
I've probably shown this off to everyone already, but has everyone seen this? It's really impressive.
So there was a PS2 version.
Have you got Seaman on?
Sorry?
How many consoles have you got Seaman on?
Well, I've been getting Seaman on as long as I can remember. Since about 11, I think. Before then, it was just, I don't know, something else.
There you go. Look at that Seaman you got in your hands there.
Look at that for a controller.
Bloody hell is that?
What was
is
that?
The Seaman PlayStation controller, but it's actually got a USB end. This works on the PlayStation 2. It's cool. I think it's super cool, but it's like not comfortable.
It looks like someone's butchered a tortoise.
Well, it's supposed
It's
to be a
horrible because I'm
Dreamcast
going to
style,
try
isn't
and
it?
move around this way. If you try and push the buttons down here, your thumb really hurts to get round there all the way down. It's like, twisting it backwards. But yeah, there's something that I own and probably can never play. Unless someone makes a patch for it, and then I probably won't bother.
Does anyone want to see my Seaman?
Yeah, go on, get your Seaman out.
There we go.
Hey, you got the original Seaman.
Yeah,
There's lots of Seamans. I've got the Seaman soundtrack as well on CD.
CD Seaman, yeah.
Got it on his consoles. Got it on his CD player. What a mess.
So we've got in the chat, we've got a bit of on a retro tip, bringing out his awesome video soon. What was it, on Monday?
Monkey Island.
The Monkey Island one?
Monkey.
Very exciting, very exciting. I saw some love for Shenmue. Saying that we need to be getting some Shenmue on the Dreamcast Mini.
Someone did a screenshot of Shenmue rendered it as Spectrum, which was quite funny. So how
That's
was
the version
Shenmue?
we'll get to save space.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's the preview version. Trying to avoid the color clash though.
I don't. It's one of those things. It'd be like cool to. It has to be on there because it's like important to have on there. But at the same time, it's like, why would I ever choose to play that when I could play the remastered one, which is going to be it'll be like a tenner when that version comes out by then for like the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One.
Yeah, but it's full of bugs though, that one.
Will this be the lineup for the Mini we're talking about?
Yes, for the Dreamcast Mini. Sonic Adventure will be on there. Jet Set Radio, Space Channel 5.
Scars of Arcadia.
What
Maybe.
a game! What a game!
But again, though, wouldn't you want the GameCube version for that?
Yeah, with the extra character. I believe there's extra levels. I've never gone through the GameCube version, but yeah, I know there's an extra character at least.
Oh, Rez would have to be on it.
But again, Res Infinite.
Rez.
Everything
Yeah.
is remastered.
Oh no! That's the problem with the Dreamcast, isn't it?
Would anyone care about Street Fighter 3, maybe?
And that's probably
Be
on
great, but
50.
Capcom, I can't see giving them the license for. Really, this is the problem, isn't it? It all comes down to who will give them a license. So we might get Power Stone and.
Well, with the Mega Drive Mini, I was saying to Dan the other day, Sega was really cool and released some unreleased games on there, didn't they? They had Tetris and Darius. So maybe they could do that
Propeller Arena.
airplane. Propeller Arena because it
Crazy
got
Taxi in the Sky.
banned because of 9/11 originally. So
I've got a repro of that, and I know technically Crazy Taxi is just one, or essentially 2 levels on loop, and that is it, with 2 songs on loop as well while you go round. But Propeller Arena is probably less than that. That game was so heavily focused about being able to be played online that not being able to have that feature, it's
maybe it will.
incredibly bare bones. Well, yeah, if they chuck some Wi-Fi on there, that'd be well good. But
they can have like Outrigger and Quake. That'd be good. And a mini console with Quake on it. That'd be quite fun.
Fantasy Star Online.
Did you
Here's
rock it?
something from my
Online
past,
titles
and,
already.
I promise it was only for import games. Here's my custom-made case for my
Nice.
Soviet. When I was about,
Did you make that?
I was about 17. Or
Aw.
so. Yeah. Because when you
I would
used to
have
put the discs in your PC, it actually had loads of like clip arts. Look, I made this on like Publisher, I think. Publisher 95 probably or something.
You use comics. You use comic stamps as well.
Well, it was a cool font before you got told it wasn't cool. And now you have to hate it.
Now if you use Papyrus.
Look how
Helvetica.
scratched up that disc is. Oh, there you go.
Ikaruga would have to be on it.
Yes, Ikaruga is good, but again, it's been HD'd up, hasn't it, to pretty
Yeah.
much everything since then. There ain't much that it's got left going for it. I know a lot of people say the best version of Sonic Adventure is the original Sonic Adventure because he doesn't look super shiny like he does in the DX version. But
He dislocates his jaw whenever he talks as well, innit?
yeah, This is happening.
Could you play Samba de Amigo on it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to chuck in
do
all
with
those
that? Yeah.
extra bits. Yeah.
Headhunter's quite a good game on the Dreamcast. That's a Sega property.
That's a good shout. Yeah, I reckon that's a shoe-in, actually.
Code Veronica, I know it came out on other systems, but I always put Code Veronica as a Dreamcast game. And I'm annoyed that when they're doing all their remakes of 1, 2, and 3 and whatever, they've missed Code Veronica and gone to number 4. Because I don't think number 4 needs a remake just yet. They should have done Code Veronica.
I reckon that Village, Resident Evil Village, originally started out as a remake of Resident Evil 4.
Because of
I'm
the
talking
snowy
about modern
setting.
gaming people. That's everybody's going quiet here. So.
Get a bit lost in that. What's modern gaming? What is this new concept?
Virtual Fighter 3 TB is a must.
Oh, yes.
Res VR Grab.
The obvious one's Jet Set Radio as well.
Yeah. And Jet Set Radio, you could definitely get away with that. Technically, it looks better on PC, but not by a hell of a lot. The thing is with it is there's so many games that need so many iconic memories that have like peripherals attached. So like obviously Typing of the Dead, House of the Dead, Sega Bass Fishing, Samba de Amigo. You need like crazy peripherals with that, and I don't think you're going to get them with your Mini.
Seaman.
Dan, do you mind if I take the role of chat correspondent so we can have a look at the chat?
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
Yeah. So what we got here? So Seaman on Monkey Island. Grass. That was Craig Grassam said that. I don't know what he meant by that. Choo Choo Rocket will probably be in there. Son of a Fitch 85. Yeah, Choo Choo is a great shout. Soul Calibur, of course.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
House of the Ted and DC Flake said that bit of that. Macon. On a retro chip, Zero Gunner 2. Hades Sneaker Freak, Dead or Alive 2. That's a good one.
Sega Rally 2.
Sega Rally, yeah. House of the Dead, of course, yes.
Zombie Revenge, was that first party Sega?
Yes.
What was that? Zombies? What was that last one?
Zombie Revenge.
Yeah. I got kicked off that because I didn't talk about it in my House of the Dead retrospective.
Oh, God, yes, because it's House of the Dead, isn't it? Technically. Bloody hell. Yeah, it was a bit tenuous, isn't it? I mean, it's not really... Yeah.
Oh, Gunbird 2. Good shout.
Gunbird 2 is a good game.
Gunbird 2.
And that game, I tell you what, it's on the Psycho Collection Volume 2, I believe, on the Switch, and it's amazing. All of the Psycho games are wicked on the Switch because you can put it on tape mode as well and play. It's such a good system for shmups if they have that option. It's really, really nice.
Angayo?
Is that the Tennessee game?
No, the little red guy shooting loads of rockets everywhere.
Oh.
Was that
Oh,
Dreamcast?
no, I do know what you're on about that. I've never played it. I've only ever seen videos of that game.
Japanese, I think. Japanese owned it.
There's also a Nintendo 64 version of that game.
I got it on the DS when it came out on that as well.
There we go. And
it's been out then.
Yeah, Beats of Rage. Those are people saying it now, aren't they? So I've been given. This is so fucking ridiculous. I've been given some topics of conversation, but they are the most generic questions I've ever seen. Number one is, what is your favorite video game music ever? Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say Super Castlevania 4 has got a pretty kicking soundtrack.
Yeah, it's good.
And you know, you could just chuck out the same old Streets of Rage, and you know, it's something different. I think I think we should narrow it down to something, say, only on the 8 and 16 bits. It's probably better to do that.
Still going to be Streets of Rage.
It's a full circle.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles is probably my favourite one. But yeah, Streets of Rage. There you go. I want to keep getting up and showing stuff, but yeah, no, Streets of Rage probably.
Tim Folin, isn't it? He's done loads of good music on the 16 bits.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Ghouls and Ghosts C64.
Yeah.
Well, that's some of the David Whittaker stuff.
It's so weird. You put us in front of an audience and we just don't know what to talk about.
So David Whittaker, I always say this, David Whittaker's version of the theme he did for Ghosts and Goblins on the Amstrad. And
Oh, I was going to say that as well.
that's
My
so
favourite.
good. The
Hold on,
game's got the, yeah, sort of
Yeah,
dramatic,
that one.
really dramatic.
Game music goes, if you do not say Road Avenger, we are no longer friends. Road Avenger was fantastic. I always remember that thing where basically you see the woman stand there and she the guy picks up like this red thing off the floor and gets really upset and squeezes it and then goes off. Because I've never completed that. I never found out what the ending was. And I always thought that he picked up his girlfriend's heart that had been ripped out of her. And I was like, there's so much more evil, but it's actually just a flower.
I'm keeping that. Might need it later.
But as a kid, I always thought like, man, they're well evil. They just like fully murdered that guy's girlfriend. Because the Mega CD video quality was so crap. I generally thought it was the woman's heart. Pretty brutal. There you go.
Well, that's like the beginning of Double Dragon 2. Marion does actually get shot. Sorry, that's how blatant it is. We kidnapped her last time. This time we're just going to cap her off big time.
Yeah. Now fight over her, you wankers.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? They're fighting over a corpse now. I was like, hang on, where's this going?
So, go on in chat. Chuck us some questions. Pretend this is a Q&A. Pretend you're at...
Yeah,
that's the best plan,
questions.
I reckon.
Chuck some questions out, guys. Chuck some
Absolutely.
questions out.
You can open the window and smash up the room you're in if you want to make it feel a bit more like the Mordrek or whatever it's called.
We've got our first question. From Tamara Cade. Hello, Tamara.
Tamara.
If Johnny Cage was coming to your house for dinner, what would you cook? It's a bit random.
The woman's heart from Road Avenger.
Ooh, a beef bourguignon.
Something celebrity, I'd say.
I'd cook him a nice, I don't know, like roast lamb or something, and then we'd go to Legoland.
Got a Thought Park.
I'd cook him a flaming bogey because he shoots them, doesn't he? Well, it looks like he does anyway. Why is Top Hat not topless like the promo promised? Oh, Rich.
Because that
Wrap
was
the jacket off.
That was the typical wrestling style poster. It was 12 years out of date. So it's going to take me another 12 years to get back in that shape again.
Oh dear. And the hairline as well. What gives it away too.
Krusty Juggler UK. Favourite Dizzy game?
Ooh.
Fancy World Dizzy.
Fancy.
I'm with Stuart.
Answer.
I'm with Stuart. Correct answer, Stu.
Fancy World Dizzy as well. Yeah.
My one's actually in my Mega Drive. Fantastic Dizzy. I know it's
Good.
like the obvious
Good.
one, but it's my favourite. Love it.
Mine's fast food.
First game over completed.
Nowhere near as good as Quick Snacks.
Yeah.
It's true, actually. Yeah, quick snacks. Fast food's all right, though, isn't it?
Does Dizzy Down the Rapids exist, or have I made that up?
No, it does. It's
Unfortunately,
a clone of Tubin, and it's no good.
It was a bonus level originally, wasn't it? It was supposed to be a bonus level one of the Dizzy
It
games.
was in the NES version of Fantastic
Yes,
Dizzy.
yes,
not
yes,
the Mega
yeah.
Drive version.
I never knew that.
But it
And
was
when I-
supposed to be in the computer versions as well, but they ran out of time to put it in.
Obviously, I'm working on my Dizzy history video at the moment, and I asked the Oliver twins, like, why wasn't that game in that little mini game in the Mega Drive version, but only in the NES one? They went, weren't it? I'm like, no.
Bless them, brothers.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you've also got the minecart section, which is in Fantastic Adventures, which is in Spellbound, I believe, as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, but
I used to find
Spellbound
that
does
so
the
hard.
mini games.
The Minecraft. I was like so like scared about. Oh my god, don't want to go down the wrong bit. It's just the easiest thing to do now as an adult. Yeah. I like
Confidence as an adult. You get to confidence of an egg. So.
Yeah, that's it. My question to Novabug is: would you like some toast? Says on a retro tip.
Oh yeah. I'm a toasted tea cake, yeah, muffin, something like that, yeah, bagel, something like that. Yeah, fine. Crumpet, yeah.
You're a waffle
Buns.
man.
Well, I don't want any buns, baps, baguettes or bagels, no croissants, no crumpets, no pancakes, no potato cakes, no hot cross buns, and definitely no Smeg and flapjacks.
Hey, well done.
There you go.
I've got a question from the House of Ted. Could the Wii U have been Nintendo's best console?
No.
Rich?
It is Nintendo's best console.
You only like it because other people don't like it. We know how clickbait works.
No, to be honest, yeah, it's not the greatest, but I do love the pad. The pad is excellent.
That is great. I love that.
It's I've got it here somewhere. It just feels fantastic in your hands. Look at it. It's just such a comfortable, manly control pad.
It does feel nicer than
a lot of
the
them are
Joy-Cons
really
after a long
small
period.
and horrible. Like the NES pad is so tiny and irritating. And obviously you got the Famicom Mini, which is even more ridiculous. With this, you get the opposite experience. And the two screens are great as well. You don't have to pause it all the time to select items in games and stuff like that from the menu because you've got them all straight on here.
Sonic All Stars Racing on it or something. It's the only one that you could play 5-player split screen.
Can you play 5-player on that? I've got that.
Yeah,
That's a
you
wicked
can.
game.
Yeah.
Wicked
Yeah, you can play. Yeah, you can play 5-player. There are 4 split screen on the TV, and then a 5th player on the gamepad. Yeah,
They're probably
we've done
running
that.
out of
really good.
blood to steal from that console.
It's really sad in a way because there was all these great Wii U games and they're just releasing butchered ports of them on the Switch. Like Wonderful 101, that was a game that was fully integrated to take advantage of the Wii U gamepad. As in you'd have to use both screens at the same time, and these games are being re-released on the Switch, only offering like a single screen function other than the dual screen.
Well, they're offering Funky Kong mode as well.
Donkey Kong.
So,
Still sealed, actually. Wonderful 101.
Ooh.
Keep
Mine might as well, but I can't keep things sealed at all. I have to open them and then play them 5 years later. Like, I have to open them. I've got Wonderful 101, the Kickstarter Switch version. But
Question for you lot. Do any of you follow the Wonderful 101 developer on Twitter by any chance?
no, I think I've been blocked. I think it was one of the perks. It was generally, joking aside, it was one of the perks that you can get blocked.
He calls everyone insects, and he blocks anyone who tweets him in English.
Yeah.
All right, got some questions. So the Night Stwink, that's the name. Worst game that we've ever played. Now, Stuart's got a few of these.
oh God, don't ask me that.
You wrote a whole 2 books out of it.
Yeah, probably found worse. It's probably Squidge is a good example. If Hair Razor counts, then Hair Razor, I suppose.
I'm going to say Home Runner, probably. Just terrible, unplayable garbage.
The Amsoft game, yes.
Yeah, Home
They
Runner.
even put that on the bloody demo cassette you got with your Amstrad. So
Yeah, they did.
the first
Yeah,
thing you would have seen is bloody Home Runner demo. So not a good start.
that was yeah. They had arcade hits and showed you Home Runner.
And Sultan's Maze.
Oh.
Was it? Yeah.
God, yeah.
That used to scare me. That used to scare me as a kid. Sultan's Maze.
Well, I tell you what scares me about
the ghost that appears, isn't it?
Yeah,
the wireframe ghost.
Well, it's just the whole thing about there's one enemy out to kill you in it. I mean, if there's loads of enemies, you get more confidence in that. But just because there's one out there and he's hunting you down, I think that's what's scary.
a bit like 3D Monster Maze, though, isn't it?
It's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna puts a good one in there. The console that had the most wasted potential. Sorry to spam the chat moving so fast. Wii U's the one that comes to mind. But
yeah. Well, at least Wii U got more than the Jaguar ever did, I suppose.
32X.
Oh yes.
Yeah, bloody hell.
And Mega CD, everything around the Mega Drive, but not the Mega Drive itself, because it was so heavily pushed as just the same game, but with a little bit of a better soundtrack. And I know you could say that for the Saturn as well, with things like I don't know, Sonic, what was it, 3D, same game, slightly better soundtrack. But I would love for them to have brought that out a few years earlier, or I don't know, just like put some proper money behind it and not give us crappy FMV games like Crisscross, make my video, boy.
Shiggity whack, daddy.
Wiggity whack.
PS Vita has a lot of wasted potential as well.
Yeah. I booted that up for the first time today. My son wanted to play a game based on paper, so I found out I got him tearaway.
Right, I've got a question here. We can do a bit of a round table with this question, actually. So it's from Son of a Fitch 85. What is everyone's earliest gaming memory? Doesn't have to be playing. It could be watching someone else play or seeing an advert. So, yeah, maybe who wants to take that?
Go on, Xyphoe.
Oh, it'll have to be. I'm gonna actually let someone else answer. I'm gonna grab it from my shelf actually here.
Okay,
Well,
we'll
top
move
hat.
to top hat.
My earliest gaming memories, I think, occurred in Greece as a child. They used to have lots of arcades on the Malia Strip, and I just remember my father taking me in there and literally just button bashing in these arcades in this room, which was like brightly lit with a green light bulb. So I can remember the light bulb more than the games, but I think you had stuff in there. If we're talking about one particular game, maybe Wonder Boy might be the first I can recall, perhaps. But it's all a bit of a blur, as you'd imagine.
Was.
What about you, Novabug?
It's well, my father used to own a pub in Lincolnshire, and he I think he bought these cabs actually. I can't remember whether he bought them or leased them, but I think he bought them. And that was the first time I've ever seen a video game. And it was tabletop monochrome Space Invaders with a glass top. So that was lovely. And the fact that it was free play as well, because we had the key to the box, that was wow. I keep putting coins in. And then the first upright was Irem's Kung Fu Master. And then later on I discovered obviously down the line that transferred into Kung Fu on the NES, and then into about 89 I finally got around to getting my hands on the Amstrad version. Whoops.
I thought he was going to keep going then. And then on the 10th of October 2020 what about you?
All the way up to modern day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stuart. Ashens.
I'm sure it was my sister taking me round one of her friends' houses because they had an Atari 2600. And I'd always been really obsessed, apparently, with like the video games in like pubs and things like that that have like one Pac-Man machine in the corner. Obviously, I'd never actually had any money put in because I was too young. But yeah, vaguely remember playing like The Empire Strikes Back and stuff on an Atari 2600.
Cool. And what about you, Larry? Earliest gaming memory?
It was playing Combat with my brother on the Atari VCS.
Yeah.
That's my first memory. And also having to rent Frogger from the local TV repair shop because we couldn't afford it. Yeah.
That's cool.
So I found my thing. This is my earliest gaming memory. It was LCD games. So we got the Tomy.
Oh yeah.
I had the biplane one.
That.
Yeah, and my
I had the white one, the racing car one.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've got that one too, actually. It's very good. I was really excited. I actually found my very, very, very first one the other day. It's called Pirate, and it's a double screen type jobby. And it still works. I literally found this 2 days ago and got it working. And
that's the exact same one you had?
Yeah, exact same one with all the marks.
That's
I'm missing the battery compartment and all that kind of stuff. But LCD gaming was my introduction. So there you go. And I've got quite a few of them left.
And for me, it was Bridget.
Oh, you poor man. Your first ever experience is Bridget.
Bridget or Oh Mummy. Oh Mummy ain't bad, so I like to say Bridget.
Yeah.
Oh Mummy's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridget's like a 8-bit baptism of fire.
Gotta go for Roland on the ropes, couldn't you?
Well, if you could put up with the flickering, it's all right. It's a good version of Fred. Sorry, Roland on the ropes. That's what I meant. We've got another question. Question for all. This is from Pete Walker. A question for all. The system that you all love that made that system stand out. I think he means what system that you love stood out from all the others at the time. So maybe when we had like a load of consoles sitting around, which one is still more standing out than the other, where you play more, the games library on it and that kind of thing. I think mine, believe it or not, is probably the Super Nintendo. So, because of the massive quality games that are on it. So,
it's got some great games. It's so obvious. I think it's the Mega Drive for me. I adore that system, and the whole Tower of Power, everything attached to it. I love me my Mega Drive. Yeah, there you go. That's mine.
Tower of Power. Top up.
For me, for years, like yourself, it was the Super Nintendo. But more recently, I find myself leaning towards the 3DS. Because I feel it offers like a similar quality of games to the 3DS, but in perhaps even higher abundance. Like you've got a little bit of everything on that system, and you can obviously play it on the go. as well. So
Yeah.
if you're traveling or whatever, you can pick it up anywhere. A lot of pick up and play games, which is something we don't get as much on modern hardware.
It's a massively versatile machine. Isn't it?
Exactly that, yeah.
I don't think people realise how many games the 3DS has. It is
It's amazing.
absurd. The library on the 3DS is enormous, absolutely enormous. And it's not region free either, so you need one for each region, don't you, as well? So,
Yeah, I want those Sega Classic Collection.
that
Yeah.
goes for a pretty penny now. That does if you get the triple
I know.
set. Yeah. That was a pain. Which one? One of them had the Opa Tears of Opa version, and that's like the very best Fantasy Zone, and the best version of that best Fantasy Zone as well.
Well, it's the PS2 one, isn't it?
It's the one originally on the arcade, I believe.
No, the arcade one was a port of the Master System version.
Yeah, I thought there was a sequel that they did, a standalone arcade.
They remade it on the PS2, and they used the hardware for the arcade that would have used it.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, System
Yeah.
16.
It was done like in a sense like Sonic Mania. What would it have been if it went to Saturn? That sort of same set. Yeah, a lot of those. What if it went to Saturn but never actually did? Examples, aren't there? What about you, Mr. Ashens? What stands out?
For me, at the time, it was the Atari Lynx. I think because it was just so much more advanced than the Game Boy from a sort of game point of view. Or, well, like from a game point of view, really, more from the technical point of view, it just absolutely blew me away. But of course, barely actually portable and not that many good games for it when you compare it to the Game Boy or even the Game Gear. But at the time, I was like, oh my God, Electro Cop.
On a technical level, it's quite outstanding for the time.
Absolutely, especially for something handheld.
Electro Cop was supposed to be Mission Impossible 3.
Good God, I never knew that. What a bizarre choice.
Impossible Mission 3? Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be the third game in the series originally.
Bloody hell.
Addy Sneaker Freak says, have Larry and Xyphoe got the same hoodie on?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Now someone's noticed I can take it off now because I'm bloody hot in it at the moment. But
We're going to do a striptease, everyone.
yeah, so we're professing our love for H1Z1.
Even though neither of us have played it for ages.
No.
Now, there is a question here that could go down a serious line, so I don't think really we should ask it. We could, but do you see any other platform taking over from YouTube, as content creators appear to have been screwed over a lot by YouTube?
No, not unless Amazon throw a shitload of money into the pot. But they're concentrating on streaming now with Twitch.
I would like.
I bet that's
I would
gonna be
like a
half-assed as
rival.
well.
I would like a rival, a real strong rival to YouTube, but I don't think it's going to happen with the amount of clout behind YouTube. So,
Well, a monopoly is always bad for consumers. So
I mean, there have been attempts to try, but they just all went belly up because they just cannot store that amount of information all the time. They just lose money.
yeah, I mean, Dark Side Phillips those 10 videos every nanosecond, doesn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
Does he genuinely have more videos than anyone else on the platform?
yeah,
I guess
he's
he
got
does.
over 40,000 videos on his channel
That's
now.
so ridiculous. The amount of server space just used on him and his
I know.
5-view videos.
YouTube's got an entire office just dedicated to Phil. Yeah.
Doesn't have the share field as well. I mean, Dailymotion's still going, isn't it, really? But not many people do anything.
Well,
But
Dailymotion's a place if you like making videos but you don't want anyone to watch them.
Yeah. You've also got BitChute, which is like a backup kind of thing as well, which is
Library's
growing steadily, but not.
Library.
Yes.
Brr.
The one I liked before it went belly up because it realised it just couldn't keep up was VidMe. I really like VidMe. I think that was had a good interface, but it just didn't.
I had a
have the
little
clout
clean up
behind
of the apps on my phone about a month ago, and I saw the VidMe app. And I was like, "Oh, before I delete it, I'm going to open it up." And it was just open. It was just a black screen with the VidMe
It
at
crashed.
the top.
Shame, really. They were really good. VidMe, the way they used to speak to their creators were actually really good.
Little trick. It was a good way to actually private message massive YouTubers that normally wouldn't give you the time of day or normally have all of their instant messages blocked off. And it was a great way that I got to speak to so many people by instant messaging them through VidMe. I got hold of like my life in gaming guys, Re-Res, and a few other people as well. Yeah, it's cool. I used it for that.
I think the only thing that would probably result in another platform growing, like Larry said, is someone like Amazon chucking a crap load of money into it, but it would also be like a mass creator walkout or something. That was be the only thing to sort of generate a buzz behind it. I mean, I'm talking something that's unprecedented, spearheaded by PewDiePie, followed by a bloody...
that's the big mistake of all these streaming platforms. Like, what was Microsoft's streaming platform that just folded?
Mixer.
Yeah. Well, what they do is they hire all the big talent from their rivals and they put it on there. So there's nothing different. You've got the same stuff on theirs rather than yours. What they should do is go for the mid-tier or smaller channels and build them up and make them a rival and that.
But they go for the big contract stuff. Spotify are similar to that, aren't they? They go for the big stuff and then it's sort of like, well, hang on a minute, your material is on somewhere else. So, yeah.
They tried the WCW tactic.
Scott's Game Asylum actually says, awesome channel, by the way. Scott's Game Asylum says, Mark from Classic Game Room went to Amazon and it was not good.
Oh, he goes everywhere, he does.
Not anymore. His channel's turned into a T-shirt store now.
His channel's turned into a T-shirt.
I thought he actually morphed into a T-shirt. That's amazing.
To go around his house and just watch it on his chest.
I don't know if he's got rid of them, but I know for a while he was just uploading, like, look at this design.
Telebugs.
He was doing quite well for him. He had like a whole team working for him and all that at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, like 3 channels, didn't he? Pumping out videos daily and...
There you go.
In the space station.
Yeah. Lady Decade. Question for all. Sorry for spam. Tell us your all-time favourite game and why it's Leisure Suit Larry. Very, very generic. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Favourite game of all time.
Really? No. Yeah. So two together, Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
It's one game. I won't hear anything different. Secret of Mana.
The original one. This is a good version.
That's terrible.
I like this. It's all right. I like that. No, but the original is much better. The original is... but that was my first NTSC import as well. Stupidly, I threw the original box away.
I'm going with Atari Star Wars, the coin-op from 1982, or Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. One of those two.
Was that the one that got remade on the Switch, Link's Awakening? Was it that one?
Yes, he got a remake fairly recently, but I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah. I wish I was more into those games. I really wish I was part of the Zelda hype. Everyone just goes mental when a new Zelda trailer drops. I want to be that person. But
well, I'm saying I only ever played it on the Game Boy, so I've not played any of the Zelda games, but I just love that one to bits. So.
Yeah, dudes. What about you, Top Hat?
I said this on the last panel I was on, Hotel Mario.
Got to like what other people don't like. I know your game. I know your game.
Toast.
Saying that though, joke, I know that obviously you got that Ouya, and I know you were saying about how much you liked the Ouya in like a well old video. I genuinely had someone join my Discord, and I thought it was like a joke at first, like laughed along with him. He was fully serious, and I had to apologise. But yeah, he's wanting to become an official Ouya developer. And I'm like, really? We're talking like a month ago.
A month ago.
I forgot about that. It's just
closing the barn doors after you all bolted. Talk about that.
A long time ago. So it bolted and off the edge of the planet.
Yeah, it's gone to a glue factory, yeah.
Is it possible there for there to be like an Ouya homebrew community in the future, like what you get for like the Dreamcast now?
I genuinely don't know. I mean, it's Android, isn't it? So
it's Android
open, or
platform.
Have they locked it out somehow? Or
don't Android games port to it?
We can sideload them onto them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, just otherwise you just go to the store and see a billion Flappy Bird clones on there, like there was.
Oh, the one-hit wonder, I guess. Right, I've got another question here. From Manic Panic, what's everyone's favourite console controller over the years? DualShock 2. There you go, next. It's mine.
Well, surely that's the DualShock 2 is obviously a good controller, but surely that's just not as good as the one that came after it, and then the one that came after that. Because surely they're all just the same controller with PlayStation 3. I mean, PlayStation 4 feels a little bit different. PlayStation 3 is just the PlayStation 2 controller again, isn't it?
I couldn't get on with the 6-axis at all.
But that's still just an extra feature on the DualShock 2.
Yeah, but it felt fatter in your hands. To me, it did anyway. It just felt fatter in your hands. PlayStation 4 controllers much better.
Fair enough.
I feel anyway. But
yeah, I like PlayStation 4 controller. It's good. I'm very interested in finding out how this is it called the DualShock 5 now? I don't know. Whatever the 5th controller for the PlayStation 5 is actually going to feel like. Very excited for that system. Very excited for that system. Probably should be talking about it on a channel called RetroUnlim, but you know. It's
what is this future speak you talk of?
Oh my god, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Mine's the Xbox 360 pad. I think that's the most comfortable.
Yeah, it's a nice controller. Good.
Better than the Xbox One pad, I'd say. Oh
no, I don't know what's going on now.
Oh, hello.
Started screen sharing.
Oh, that's Terrorhawks, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, modern Terrorhawks. Oh,
very nice.
I don't know if this isn't showing up for everyone else. I'm trying to work out how to do this. This is like I say, so I would have prepped this a lot better otherwise. So yes, we've been asked what is our thoughts on this, the Terrorhawks reboot picture.
Right, a bit frightening this time, aren't they? The eyes. Look at that.
I thought they were frightening anyway. The bots.
Well, it sounds like how can a robot be scary? It sounds like Windsor Davis though.
What was the captain? Was it 101? Was it?
Lovely boy.
I forgot what the sergeant's name was. 101 or something. I can't remember.
There was a. I'm sure. Yeah, 101 was definitely one of the big ones. I think.
Yeah. It's past Terrorhawks.
And what would
crosses it at the end of the episode?
Yes, and sometimes the bad guys won.
Yeah, there's just multiple clones of what's his name, Mr. 5-9, or whatever his name. What was it?
What was the enemy?
The enemy Zelda.
Zelda. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Zelda was the
just looked like a wizened puppet thing,
alien witch just kind of thing.
Basically, a prune-faced Margaret Thatcher, really.
Do you think that's how they pitched it?
Sergeant Major Zero, that was it.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yes, sir.
Lovely,
sir.
Was 101 a different one, or have I just made him up?
No, 101, Space Sergeant 101. He was the one stationed aboard the space station, Space Hawk.
He was the smelly one they had to stick into orbit.
Yeah, he was the John Tracy.
Yeah.
This is probably one up. I'm bringing it around the picture loads.
I love this. You had one who had a handlebar moustache, 55. One that bobs up and down in rhythm, 21, and one that had a stutter, 66.
Fair enough.
So RetroUnlim's
Zeroids.
Sorry. As I say, RetroUnlim actually asks, what would people like to see rebooted?
Reboot. I'd like a reboot of Reboot.
There is a reboot of Reboot.
And it's shit. Yeah, that's a live action. It's terrible.
It's appalling. Yeah.
They were going to use that team that made the Reboot TV show to make an MDK TV show at one point. But then they didn't do it. At the very last minute, it got cancelled.
And they also pitched a live action, a CG remake, frame for frame, of the cartoon version of Star Trek as well.
That's weird. Why would you do a frame by frame remake of something?
I don't know. Well, they done that with a Psycho film as well, didn't they? That was terrible.
Oh,
done
God,
it with the Lion King.
Vince Vaughn.
What will make it better is having it in colour. That's what they thought.
The Lion King was just a shot-for-shot remake, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was it?
Fucking awful.
I think it was. Yeah, I don't like the cast, and it's not right for me.
No,
the voice cast is not right. Not when you know like the original is so beloved, isn't it? So.
Did you see somebody deep fakes the faces on the CG lions to look like the original?
It looks so much better. The thing is that there's no expressions. Obviously, animated films like that work because eventually, if they're good enough, you forget that you're watching hand-drawn animation or CGI animation, whatever it may be, because they're so well done. The animation, it portrays what's actually going on. And when you're just looking at animals, just all look like animals at each other with no emotion. in a film that's supposed to be very, very like that bit where, spoiler alert, Mufasa dies, and then everyone's like, no, you just see this lion going, no, like when his dad's dead. It's just like, turn this fucking film off. So
I want to watch a movie with no emotional expressions. I go watch a Channel Awesome film.
The thing is, like, I could kick off about these fucking Disney remakes.
Well, Dan's going to go into a remake about Disney films. Come on, Dan, let's go.
I kick off, and also when you because obviously I go to not this year obviously, but when I was going to like Disneyland as well, they do every 5 years they recreate the animations that go up on the castle on this big like spectacular fireworky thing at the end of the night at like 11 o'clock. It looks really well done. But then instead of showing Beauty and the Beast, they showed the live action Beauty and the Beast, and I was thinking, hang on, by the time this net comes around, they're not going to have Lion King, they're not going to have Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin's going to be changed, and they're going to have all of these shitty remakes instead of the original classic animations, and it's going to feel like I'm in it's going to be like one of those memories in 20 years' time. Oh, do you remember that crappy 5 years when everything got fucking remaked? Everything. There's a Cruella de Vil movie coming out. For some reason, you got to feel sorry for that woman. What's that?
They've already done one live action 101 Dalmatians as well.
101 and 102 Dalmatians.
No, terrible.
Yeah. Anyway,
they still do remakes. They're still doing it. They've been doing it for the last 15, 20 years. It's just remake this, remake that, remake this.
I'd probably keep on to the rights as well because they're public domain. A lot of them. Have you seen the Mulan film yet?
Yes.
Yeah. No, not interested. Sorry.
It was fucking awful.
It was all right. It was all right.
Everything about it they ruined. Like, there's no comedic value to it at all. Like, obviously, you know, removing.
There's no Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, there's no Eddie Murphy. They took him out. The whole sequence, like one of the most memorable parts of the original animated Mulan was when she, she's like built up the courage and she's going to go off and become a warrior. And she does that thing with the sword and she cuts her hair and she puts on her armor and goes off.
Quite famous that scene, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing they use in the trailers because it was so popular. In the new version, spoiler alert, none of that fucking happens. She looks at the camera, it fades out, and it comes back in, and she's wearing her armor, and she just gallops off like, what have you done? It's I get angry. Nothing pissed me off more than fucking Maleficent. Like, I'm okay with you tinkering with the story a little bit, but to change the fact that the prince. So obviously everyone knows that the prince kisses the sleeping beauty, and she wakes up. No. Apparently, he actually walked off, and Maleficent came in and gave her a snog, and that's what woke her up. And it's like, no. You don't change the story that much. Sorry, everyone's probably really pissed off with me.
I thought the second one was shit. I saw the second one. That was pretty
enjoying
good.
The second one. I'm enjoying this Disney rant. I'm just really enjoying this Disney rant. So
mate.
Carry on.
Mate, it's so bad. Aladdin is the only one I think that generally played around and done it kind of okay.
Oh, I say Jungle Book was.
Well, yeah, but
he's stressed.
What was that bloke? What was the name of that like gangster bloke? Was it Christopher Walken?
Oh,
Christopher Walken. That's his name, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's the name of the fucking orangutan. And can anyone imagine Christopher Walken, the gangster from fucking Pulp Fiction and like True Romance, singing "I Want to Be Like You"? It doesn't work. Yeah. It's stupid. Putting him in there because he's a fucking famous person. It's like Beyonce in The Lion King. Like, now every song goes oh, at the end of it, and it's like, piss off.
We have some
banana up my ass.
I probably woke up the kids now with my Disney rant. This always happens when someone brings it up.
we have suggestions. We have suggestions from reboots. Now, this is the problem we have with reboots: is that normally people pick something that's beloved and remembered well. Mm-hmm. So then you sort of like you sort of degree of trepidation of whether you want this rebooted or not. You're kind of curious in a perverse way to see it rebooted. Then again, you don't want the legacy of it destroyed. So let's go with a few of the suggestions. Manimal. Okay. Mask.
Ooh. The Mask could be done, but it wouldn't be a remake. It'd have to be a new one because the Mask in the original comics was like evil, and I think it would be good.
No, Mask. No, Mask was the Pickles.
Mask Crusaders.
Wrong Mask.
Sorry.
I was thinking of the share one, the boy with the funny face.
What? What's that?
Hasbro are doing a shared universe with Mask now. They're crossing it over with G.I. Joe and Transformers.
And Rom the
I had
Space Knight
no
and
idea
Visionaries
Masters
and
was a thing.
Micronauts, and I don't think it's going to happen now. But
No. Tripods.
ooh, that's a good shout because that didn't quite work in the first place. That's what you want rebooted, something that could be improved on or told a different way.
Because it was inspired by War of the Worlds. Tripods,
Obviously,
wasn't it? Yeah. And it never seemed to work. This is one of my favourites, probably you guys as well. Mysterious Cities of Gold.
Oh, I saw that in the chat. Pete said that. Yeah, it's a good show.
Well, they did a second series of it, and nobody ever watched it.
But would you? I don't know whether you'd like a CG remake of that. I'm not sure.
And a second series of Willy Fogg as well.
What about a reboot of the new Star Wars trilogy?
Just erase,
something good happen after.
Just erase the tapes. That would work as well.
Because you like the trilogy of episode 1, 2, and 3, don't you?
Yes, I like.
Yeah.
Is it because everyone else hates them?
Revenge of the Sith is pretty good.
They are the most quotable movies ever. Let's be honest.
Do you like sand, Rich?
No, I hate sand.
You don't hate sand?
It's irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Oh right, okay. Oh my goodness me, Crime Traveller. Do you remember Crime Traveller? That was Chloe Annette in it, didn't it?
Oh yeah, and the bloke out of EastEnders in it as well.
Yeah. A reboot. I don't think a reboot of that would work because no one remembers it anyway. Airwolf.
Its own internal logic didn't make sense. They'd drive to the time machine place, go back in time 2 hours, and then get out and go in the car. It wasn't there 2 hours ago.
It's just not there.
It was basic stuff.
Was it what your translation of time travel? Is it causality based or is it event based?
Well, it's not bullshit. That's my only thing I ask.
Back to the Future lied to us.
That's something that should never get remade. Back to the Future.
Oh no,
Back to the Future.
No, that shouldn't.
Although it is coming as a stage show, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's with Bob Gale's permission. I think he's on record several times into saying as long as he's living and breathing, it ain't going to get remade. I'm sure he did, but he's getting on, put it that way.
Yeah.
Reboot of Button Moon.
I was so into Button Moon as a kid. I mean, that was
the first VHS I had and first thing I went to see live as well.
You saw it live?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wow! So what did they have the people in the black cloaks against a black screen wiggling
Again, it's one of those things where you're too young to fully know even you just blurry memories, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Reboot Hello. Could you do Hello now?
Probably. They've done Dad's Army, didn't
they? They shouldn't have done Hello then.
Well, Anton Thingy's dead.
Apart from one character. Yeah, but it's a reboot. It doesn't really. You don't have the same cast, do you?
I can't get it out of my head. Sorry. Button Moon must have been really shit.
On the retro tip says he saw it, so maybe he can add to it in the chat.
I remember. I mean, most people saw Sooty, but Sooty,
I did.
Sooty is this big. You gotta go watch him on stage. It's if you're in the first row, he's gonna be really small, isn't he?
Surely it was Men in Suits, Richard. Surely.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I saw Super Ted, and it was Men in Suits. Yeah.
Dressed up as a wooden spoon.
It took me 2 attempts as well to go see Sooty live because the first time I couldn't go because of the IRA. I brought the tone down. It's true.
I remember that. It was oh god, it was the guy. They wouldn't use his voice, would they? The bearded
Izzy Wizzy, let's blow up Protestants. Yeah.
Yeah, he said specifically, Richard cannot go and see Button Moon on telly. I remember that. Yeah. God.
The first ever, one of the first.
Mr. Spoon's a proddy bastard.
One of the first ever remixes I ever done in this club was on the drop. I actually don't use the Button Moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, and then jumped in the bass line right there. There you go. That's something. I haven't got much else to say about Button Moon, really. I'd be interested to see if we had the same VHS tape. Not the exact same one, but the same.
Yeah, I need it.
Someone else suggested a remake of Super Grand.
Ooh.
That'd be interesting. Can we have a remake of Joe Guest from the 90s?
Raggy
Waterworld.
Dolls.
Raggy Dolls, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Raggy Dolly Anna. Reboot.
Needs more cowbell. Reboot of Airwolf. Airwolf.
Reboot of Johnny Briggs.
So I've been sent a picture to share. Obviously, you know the Daily Sport or Sunday Sport even. I think pretty much everyone in the chat's going to be from the UK, but just in case there's any American people out there, this is the ultimate garbage articles that this company put out. This newspaper, sorry, put out.
It's not a newspaper, it's a joke paper.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now, he sent me like 50 of them to show. But I've picked this particular one because it looks hardcore like someone in this chat. So let me share my screen when I work out how to do that. Share screen, and we're going to click on the photos, and we're going to do this one. And, oh, here we go. Move it over here. So, when I ordered a ton of hardcore, I wanted rubble for my new drive, said Top Hat Gaming Man. I don't think this has got anything to do with anything. It just, yeah, it made me laugh. I'm guessing that they're photoshopped in the background.
Dwarfs and
Shaven
dinner
nuns.
ladies.
What's all the
Dwarves and
bloody?
dinner ladies.
I'm just reading the titles on the boxes. You sure?
Belgian biscuit nurses. A whole box of Belgian
Oh
biscuit nurses.
fuckers!
Drunk lollipop
Oh my God.
ladies.
Retro.
Yeah, we'll focus on the retro one.
Yeah.
Skin housewives.
That does make me happy. I'm going to zoom in for the for everyone in the chat. Let's zoom in, and it does look a bit like Top Hat. I think I saw that out of all of them. I was like, that's the one I'm going to be sharing. Sorry, I'm finding that too funny. Should we go to the chat now for another question before I share another
yes.
Sunday Sport?
Apparently, we'll go back to Back to the Future. Apparently, it was understood that Zemeckis, and Gale had a clause in their contract with Universal to say that there would never be any remakes of Back to the Future. Apparently so.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing.
Reboot Pigeon Street. Hollyoaks. Hollyoaks is still going, isn't it?
Is it?
I'm sure it is. Reboot Dungeons and Dragons.
I'd like to see a reboot of Grange Hill, but it's during a set of Battle Royale.
Like the sound of that. Yeah.
Yeah, Battle Royal, but with a cast of Grange Hill. That'd be good.
Remake Bodger and Badger.
No.
Someone said reboot Nightmare earlier in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Well, they've tried to a couple of
We
times.
tried. We tried, and Stuart was
I was
there.
leading to you.
We had a go, but no.
Was that what it was for then? Was it a proper pilot then?
No, nobody really knows, to be honest.
You did that with Emma Blackery, didn't you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dan and Phil, bless them, the game show lovers. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just something pitched to YouTube. YouTube liked it, they made one. I don't know if they ever had. I don't know who would have made it. Would Broadsword have gone on to do more? I have no idea. No idea.
Velociraptor says reboot Stephen Hawkins.
Ooh.
Too late. You'd have to replace the BIOS battery now.
Reboot
Reboot Animals
Polybius.
of Farthing Woods.
That's a timeless story. Murderous rats. Or whatever it was.
Yeah, getting their head blown off. So.
Yeah.
You can never reboot Chucklevision, Beardo 267. You can never reboot Chucklevision. No, it's been done. It's been done.
That's it?
No, as in, it's done now. That's it.
It's done. Yeah.
No.
I think one of my favourite ever reboots is probably Thundercats. I think they did an amazing job of that.
I haven't seen it.
It took me a while to think, did you really like Thunderbirds? I know you said Thundercats.
This is not. You're not talking about Raw, are you?
No, shit, that's terrible.
No. I thought you were talking about the
2011 one.
2011, yeah, the one about 10 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I remember seeing that, but that was more faithful to the original, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't think the Thundercats Raw has actually ever aired on television. It's always been online. So,
there we go.
that's
So
how
go
bad
on,
it was.
someone, chuck in some proper questions. Everyone's just saying reboot everything. Reboot Pat the NES Punk's NES collection. Got anything
Reboot
to add,
Banana
Larry?
Man.
No, just stay dead.
So on a Retro Tips ask, everyone's favourite Vectrex game. I haven't really got much to add to that. If I'm honest.
Ooh, Scramble. Scramble.
Yeah.
Big Vectrex fan. Scramble and Starship, Pete. That's my two favourites, I think. And Hyper Chase in third.
I really like Mindstorm. Or Mindstorm 2, the fixed version. There's a new Vectrex game just been written by some French guys, isn't there? Where you like shoot zombies and stuff.
There's loads of new games. I'm so behind on all of them. And they keep coming out. I've got one called Big Blue that came out a few years ago. That's quite good.
I've never heard of that one, crikey.
Have they ported Doom to it yet?
Probably, yeah. There's going to be a version of Skyrim, obviously.
They're ported Star Wars Arcade. That's quite good.
Ooh, that's a bloody good idea.
Called Starfire, I think it's called. But you can only get it on a compilation cart that's not made anymore, I think. So good luck finding it if you have one.
No, I haven't got that one because, well, I'd heard of it, obviously.
Velociraptor says, what's our favourite point and click? I don't have much knowledge on point and clicks. I don't.
No, I never played many.
Broken Sword is the one I've probably given the most amount of time to, and I don't think I finished it.
There's one I absolutely adore called Woodruff and Snibble of Azimuth, and I don't know anyone else who's played it. It was made by Sierra, and I think it's from a series of games called Goblins, and it's the fourth one in the series.
Oh my god, I didn't even know there was a fourth Goblins.
Yeah,
I know the first three.
I've only played the fourth one, and it's absolutely amazing. Like, it's got all like voice acting from like people from my mind's gone blank. John Cleese and all that lot. Who are they called?
Wow.
Monty Python.
Monty Python.
That's it.
A bit like Discworld.
Yes, it's got a bit of a Discworldy sort of vibes. Excellent.
Bloody hell, I might seek that out. I really like the first Goblins, then the second one was worse, the third one was worse still. It's nice to hear the fourth is kind of really good.
It's amazing. Brilliant game. Only PC game I played a lot in the mid-90s.
Scott's Game Asylum asks, favourite horror game? I know it's like very new, but Resident Evil 7, nothing has scared me more than that game.
I think that bit where have you played in VR?
Yeah. You watched me play it in VR. And
oh, that's right. Yeah,
I was freaking out in that game. It is horrible, and the way all those little things that are just so obvious when you're playing with a controller. Oh, you know someone's going to be behind that door and all that sort of stuff. Because you're so scared, all of your knowledge just flies out your window, and then you run to the door and you see someone standing there, and you freak out and run away. Oh man, that game. Like, nothing has scared me more than that game. But the game I've played the most probably is one of the old Splatterhouse games, maybe Splatterhouse 2.
I think that bit in it where he holds a knife up to your eye, that's really...
Oh, yeah, really close, yeah.
Yeah. And then he sticks the knife in your knee, in your leg as well. You feel it, don't you? You physically feel it.
Yeah. It's good. The thing is with VR, though, I just wish they stopped making horror games because I'm such a pansy with VR in horror. I'm like, please, something not horror, please.
Well, you got Star Wars Squadron out this week, come out.
Yeah, cool. But
I'm going to go with...
Freak me out. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, no, you carry on.
No, I was just saying, everything freaks me out. Like, back to Disney, there was a Disney Jungle Book preview, and I was just like looking around. I'm like, nothing's here, and I turned around, and there was the big snake in front of my face. And I was like, headset off. I'm like, I can't play anything in VR. It scares me. There you go.
I was going to throw in Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. I really enjoyed that on the Xbox. And an 8-bit one, I'm going to throw in Werewolves of London on the good old Amstrad.
I love that. I wish they'd do a remake of that.
Yeah. That was a good concept, that, as well.
Big game, wasn't it, as well?
I remember Condemned on the Xbox 360. It was the first game I played on my projector, and obviously you have to have all the lights off. And I was like, fucking hell, this is actually quite spooky.
Is that room with the mannequins as well?
Yes. There you go.
Original Splatterhouse for me, I think, still stands out the most from when I first played it. The memory that it's all, oh my god, they've done that.
Yeah.
At the time, it was shocking. At the time, and when you see it in an arcade and you're surrounded by the Simpsons arcade and R-Type and all these normal stuff, then Splatterhouse blood dripping all down
It was
the
more
screen.
cool. It was more cool than scary.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You're playing as I'm playing as Jason. Yeah.
There was queues for that machine. Queues for it. So yeah, it's a very simple slasher.
How did that get away with loads of gore in the arcade, but Mortal Kombat didn't? That's
all the gore and the plagiarism.
Yeah.
Which they changed in the later games, of course.
Well, I think obviously Mortal Kombat was a bit more lifelike, and you're actually mutilating people, aren't you? This is Splatterhouse was like zombies and weird wiggly worm things and whatever else. But Splatterhouse, Mortal Kombat, you're impaling,
punching fetuses in that.
Yeah, but you're like literally ripping the spine off of people and stuff like that. It was a lot more, obviously not realistic, but it was closer that way.
And I guess the more popular something gets as well, the more people's attention it grabs. So Mortal Kombat probably annoyed the wrong people more than Splatterhouse.
Well, they probably did. Didn't they get away with it anyway? I don't remember them getting censored or anything. They just got a bit
on the Super Nintendo, didn't they?
That was that was more like Super Nintendo trying to prove a point.
Oh, you're talking about Mortal Kombat or Splatterhouse?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Didn't it result in the rating system in America? Games ratings.
That and Nightbreed, yeah. Nightbreed will never come on a Nintendo system, and I have it up there on a Nintendo system.
Is it next to your copy of Night Trap?
The Mega CD, isn't
it? You were calling it Nightbreed.
Oh, was I? Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah. I thought it was Night Trap. Yeah,
that's a great film.
What you're saying, Dan, as well. Another thing like that is when they brought out Killer Instinct in the arcades, it would flash up on the screen, coming exclusively to the Ultra 64 in 1995.
Yeah, it did.
But they released a Game Boy version as well.
Ooh, naughty.
And Zero makes a good point here, and I mentioned this in one of my recent videos. Actually, Silent Hill, the original Silent Hill, that was scary as fuck for me. It was the first time I played that. Because you didn't know what to expect, and then you're walking through the mist, and all these weird shit starts going on. I think that was quite a standout game.
Yeah. Everyone's catching up on the chat now and telling me off for saying Nightbreed. I remember actually being a little bit spooked out by Nightbreed on the Amstrad back in the day. There was a trilogy of Nightbreed games that was supposed to happen, but only 2 ended up getting made.
Yeah. Was it a point and click one, the other one? Or something?
Yeah, I used to play it with my friend at Nightbreed. When you used to have to click on going to the corners. There's like a map. You have to keep clicking on the junctions of each one, and you randomly get a flat tire or a roadblock or something.
It's a good question from Velociraptor. Got a good question from Velociraptor. What game is controversially overrated?
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, do you say that? Ocarina of Time.
I can't finish that game.
Zelda games. There's a few of them that are. I think original Pokemon is probably way overrated.
Mario Sunshine.
That's just that typical thing, though. But a Nintendo game with a classic Nintendo property is bad, and Mario Sunshine is definitely one of those games.
It's awful.
It's like, over time, people start to be, isn't it cool to say it's good? And over time, more and more people get on that. Like right now, the newest trend is everyone starting to say the Super Mario Brothers movie's good. Because AVGN brought it up with Re-Res in the Cinemassacre thing. Like, no, what happened in the last 2 or 3 years where all of a sudden that movie's good? It's not good. It's very, very not good. But yeah, for some reason...
I went to see it the very first day it aired in UK.
Did you? Poor you.
I do have a controversial one, actually. I do think that it's a good game, but I do think it's massively overrated, and that is the original Mortal Kombat. I do think it is overrated. It's just...
In hindsight,
when you break it down,
it's basic.
Very basic fighting. Very basic fighting. It hasn't got the intricacies of Street Fighter 2, nowhere near. Now, later games in the series obviously did. They improved on it, and it got better. But the original Mortal Kombat, with the hype that it had, it's all based around the gore. That's all it was, and the digitized characters. But, they tried this before with Pitfire, and, that didn't work out, did it? I think it's just because they put all that gore in it, it got its fame, as it were. But when you strip all that out, the basic game is just pretty poor. pretty poor.
Oh, we've got Sega in the chat.
Yeah, I was about to say Sega Europe have entered the chat. The official Sega.
Sega.
I'd say
Oh,
overrated.
yes.
Bloody Mega Man. Because America's always going ape shit over that, and I think it's a terrible bloody game.
I think they're good. They're good.
I
games.
love the X.
Way too
series.
hard.
They are very hard. They are not pick up and play in the slightest, the Mega Man games. But I think they're good games. They're just really that
Not
good.
brilliant. They're not brilliant. So now, the best thing ever.
And also the amount of people that are like, oh, I don't like a series because it's exactly the same as the last one. There's like Mega Man 10 from Mega Man 1 to Mega Man 10. Like, really, come on. How much difference is there? Mighty Number 9. I back that. Wah, wah, wah.
It was a good idea. It was a good idea. It just didn't really work out well, did it? I don't think. It's okay, but it's
Better than nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. Yeah.
I've
So,
only ever backed one thing on a Kickstarter or Indiegogo.
Kicks coming. Yeah.
I've heard it so often. I'm saying it all the time.
The Vega Plus.
You all have the ability.
Yeah, that's right.
Go on.
Yeah, it's the
I don't
Vega
say
Plus.
it
I backed it.
Yeah. So obviously with Sega in the chat, everyone's chatting
Well,
about.
that was good, wasn't it? Well done. He just put his heart on the line, saying he put all his money into it, and he just completely blindsided him. Good well.
Yeah, everyone's loving that Sega's here right now, and everyone's bringing up the fact like, why isn't there like Sega Saturn Mini? I'm very sorry to say, I can't see that happening. I can't see it. We will be seeing a Sega Dreamcast Mini before we see a Sega Saturn Mini. Definitely. That's from Ombro.
Where's Seaman 2? Us RetroUnlim.
Stop that. There is a Seaman 2. RetroUnlim. I did a video about it. Yeah.
Scott's Game Asylum thinks Streets of Rage 4 is overrated.
No, it's not. It's a good game.
It's all right.
It's a very good game.
Boss music's terrible. Why don't they get Yuzo Koshiro to do the boss music? That was the best part of Streets of Rage.
The sauna lift music is incredible. That bit, Rising Up, I think it's called, that track.
Yeah.
It's
Tune,
incredible
done
music.
Done a full length version on his Bandcamp as well.
Yeah.
In case you're interested, yeah.
No, I've heard it. Yeah, I was searching all the versions of that track. It's so good.
Who would narrate Seaman 2? And Retro and him said Rolf Harris. Maybe not. Like I said, Seaman 2 actually does exist. There is a Seaman 2. You end up being... It turns into black and white, essentially. It changes...
Tell you, would be good for narrating it. David Attenborough.
Yes.
He'd be perfect for it.
Get in there quick. Every time I see that man's you're
getting worried, aren't you?
Like, no. Oh, he's just done something good again. Oh.
Please don't. Yeah. Oh, no, his name's appearing on Twitter.
Yeah. What about a Sega Saturn compilation on the Switch, PS4, Xbox? Everyone's just talking to Sega now. Like we're not even here anymore. I think Sega said one thing and left, and the whole chat's just chatting to him. The lift music in the SNES Jurassic Park is incredible.
Yeah, I've used that loads of times in videos.
Yeah, I think I might have been guilty of that as well.
Incredibly love. Any more questions on the chat? Any more questions on the chat?
I don't even know how much longer this is going to go on for, if I'm honest.
Well, I've got to start streaming in an hour, so.
Oh.
And also, we need to be giving a massive birthday shout out to Xyphoe's wife.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey.
Happy
that's
birthday.
it's on Monday, but happy birthday, babe.
Happy birthday, wifo.
Shall we sing happy birthday to her like we did last time?
If you guys, no, let's not put the guy through it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Happy birthday. No, I can't do it.
We did on the panel last time.
We did. Everyone sang happy birthday to her at Blackpool. And I have Yellow Belly to thank for organising that. So if he's there in the chat, thank you, Yellow Belly. But
she says she's not your wife.
Not yet. It's just easier to call her Mrs. Xyphoe for.
I get the same. There's no Mrs. Bug, but I get a Mrs. Bug. So
the lift music in GoldenEye is the best lift music.
Well, it's just a remake of the James Bond thing, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone's saying happy birthday to Mr.
Hey, thank you,
Hey.
everyone. Thank you. I'm not in trouble now for not spending Saturday evening with us, so thank you, guys.
I've got a simple question from Sun. Tea or coffee? Tea for me. When it's
Tea.
on here.
I like both. Depends if you want
Neither.
I'm a coffee guy. I like my morning coffee. It's got to be done. Got to be.
I like coffee. I like coffee to wake me up as well. I drink it just bloody. It's just more of a stimulant.
Intravenously, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Robert. I just saw your message there. How nice. Little one-on-one just for me and Robert. He likes my Wipeout documentary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any
questions, though?
Yeah.
Yes. Entire history of the Paul Daniels game show. Brilliant.
What game would you have liked to a sequel to again that didn't have a sequel? I butchered that question, but
Sorry, what was the question?
what game you guys loved, you wish they had a sequel to it, but never did?
Rise Star. I like Rise Star.
Psyops, a Mindgate conspiracy. Brilliant game.
Block for me.
Well, that's already a sequel. Block.
Is it? To what?
Yeah, it's Flea Pit. A game called Flea Pit. It's a sequel.
I think it's I don't think it's I think it's I think that was the original concept. There's no Flea Pit release, is there?
I know it's supposed to be an arcade game or something, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there anything that Ashens won't eat?
Tea. I'm a coffee man.
Oh, you're a coffee man, yeah.
The previous question.
Was that, I got to ask you, was that chicken in the tin that bad? It looked dreadful.
It weren't great.
No.
It's not that. I mean, it's chicken that's been in a tin a long time. It's not horrifying compared to most of the stuff I've eaten, but there's just something unpleasant about the concept and the execution of it. Really.
Second video I've ever watched where it made me dry rich. It was
Really?
So yeah.
It made me retch as well, yeah.
Yeah.
God, the surprise for me was that I was expecting a whole chicken complete in a can, like the one you'd seen on the internet before, and then no, it's already been digested or something in it.
To help with the consumption.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst thing you've eaten.
It's like they Return of the Living Dead. It's like dioxin for chickens, really, isn't it?
I remember when I used to go on.
No, I was going to ask Ashens, has anything actually made you genuinely, really ill for, days on end or even sent you to the hospital?
No. But always very careful. You only try tiny, tiny bits and wash your mouth out with some vodka afterwards. Not for health reasons. It's just
stomach pump.
This is what he likes to do.
Top tips there.
He got a stomach pump from Wish.com.
He did that with the
told
drink.
me it was a stomach pump.
You did that with the drink, didn't you? The dodgy drink from Coca-Cola. What was that one? I forget what it's called now.
Oh God, there's a lot of those.
The water.
The water, yeah.
Oh, Dasani, yes.
Dasani, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Scott had more of that than I did, but he lived. I'm sure he's still alive. So.
Oh, I thought it'd be like that Crystal Pepsi everybody has. It's gone yellow.
Oh God, and they just vomit violently after drinking it. Yeah. Oh God.
Crystal Pepsi, remember that? Yeah.
It was called Pepsi Clear over here.
Yeah.
Like
Clear.
Did you ever try a new Coke, Stuart?
Do you know? I don't think I did. No.
Oh, it tastes exactly like Pepsi.
Oh,
just sweeter, essentially.
Yeah, it's got that Pepsi taste about it. It's so disappointing. I spent 30 years looking forward to trying it, and it's just Pepsi.
Oh, great.
I remember when I was about 17, 18, I used to work in a petrol station. And
did you fall into the petrol tanks or something?
No. That was the ice cream factory.
Oh.
That's another story. But me and my friend there got really into fitness, and we done this thing where basically we thought what we'd do is we'd wax our legs, so we'd get all of the hair off our legs. And
that would be painful for you. You're half werewolf.
But obviously we done it. But basically, we used to do this thing where I shouldn't say this. I don't know, but basically, we used to do this thing where basically we would stay after hours and then just have like get drunk at the petrol station. When it's locked up. Anyway, we might. Well, I won't talk about that too much.
Was this one of your human guinea pig mates? Is it?
No. He quit before we got into the human guinea pigs.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so we'd waxed our legs, and to clean the wax strips, you had to like wash them underwater, put them in a microwave, warm them up. And then you can put more wax on them and do them again. But the more time, two full-grown guys waxing our legs. There was so much hair in the microwave used that people would warm up their pasties and microwavable kebabs and God knows whatever else. So we were good. We put a little sign up that says "Do not use the microwave out of order" or something.
Yeah, full of
and
pew.
one day I was standing there just serving away, and then this guy came up with a warmed up pasty, and I was like, and I just took the money, and he went off, and I'm like, whoa. I mean, that microwave was like wall to the top of the ceiling, covered in my leg hair.
It's good job you didn't wax your bikini line then, isn't it?
Probably did, mate. There's a little story for you. Slope, that's gnarly, says Man Shovel. We've got an American in the chat. An American surfer by the sounds of it. From the 80s. Radical, dude.
Teddy Bodacious, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Reboot of Denver, The Last Dinosaur.
Oh.
He's my friend and a whole lot more.
The last dinosaur.
Now you've said that out loud to a modern ear, that does sound a bit like Denver, the friend with benefits. Don't want to watch that cartoon anymore.
No. There you go.
But he was. He was a predator, wasn't he? I suppose, but.
Or was it herbivore? I don't know what type he was actually.
Apparently, the Guru Larry reboot is looking good on a retro tip. Says the.
So that's not Slope then.
No.
You never see him in the same room together.
Yes. The amount we spent ages practicing keeping quiet from each other, didn't we? So
yeah.
Playing back a video.
We never did that video idea where we would just upload it and it'd be the same video on each other's channel, but you would voice my one and I would voice your one, and that was just it. Just see what happens.
I want to do that for that fake split screen where you see this line down the middle. You know when they do that. Yeah, they do like the YouTubers go.
It looks like Xyphoe's camera right now, where his arms keep getting chopped off.
My green screen isn't big enough at the moment.
Yeah, people, it's working. I saw someone earlier ask, "What's that car on top of your what's that? Vectrex?
Thunderhawk.
Oh, it's the Thunderhawk. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to ask him, but then I was like, I'm not going to embarrass him by getting him to ask, because he can't reach back and pick that up. Yeah.
Somebody found a warehouse full of old mask.
Oh yes, there's a massive Chinese warehouse. Yeah, absolutely full of unboxed mask toys. Yeah.
How does warehouses just go undiscovered for decades? That's what I don't understand. Like, what's going on there?
I don't know. There should be a guy called Beardo in the chat. He was here earlier. He can tell us more if we're interested, because he runs the Mask Collectors group on Facebook somewhere. Yeah, I think he knows the full story. There he is. Beardo, what's the story behind that?
DC Flake says Kim Justice was doing an impression of Clarkson on her stream and it ended up turning into DJ Slope. Good.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Clarkson.
Very good. I don't know, actually. Sounds like your Kieran impression.
What's that? That sounds like a baby's heartbeat. That did.
No, it's Dan rubbing himself.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry.
And expecting another one.
Hello.
Go on, Larry, give us an impression.
Hello there. It's me, Kieran.
Oh,
God.
Today we'll be talking about the Atari. The Atari came out in 1852 along with Super Mario Brothers and Halo 2. You'll find it is true because I quote it in the Wikipedia article.
And he helped make it.
Yeah.
Disavow.
I actually invented Atari. I went under the name Nolan Bushnell under one of my sock puppet accounts.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Lady Decade, I'd very much like to know the first time you ever saw a video game character which suddenly made you realise you were a red-blooded male with wants and desires. I mowed the lawn to get enough money to bike a few miles away just so I could rent Duke Nukem, because apparently you could tip the hookers. Because that's all we had back in the day. I don't know what kids are going to be like nowadays with just an instant laptop. Just type it in, porn. Like back in the day, my God, it was hard getting the porn.
That's no pun intended there as well. It's Maria Whittaker on the cover of Barbarian 2.
Not the exposed nipple on Game Over.
Oh, that was there. But we had two screens for Game Over 2 was actually the censored one. But if you had the Spanish version, Fantis, she's basically got both nipples showing. So, good old dynamic. I love the bit of boobs.
It was true, though, wasn't it? Back in the day, it was hard to find anything that was... I mean, you know, back in the day, I'm sure the Sabrina loading screen would have done it for you, you know.
Dan, you would be surprised how many people love Sonic the Hedgehog.
I wouldn't be surprised, unfortunately. It's terrible. We always say it, type in your name, The Hedgehog, into Google Images, and someone has done it.
Yes.
Oh.
And most of the time, that fan art's pregnant for some reason with Sonic.
And Shrek.
It's a weird fandom. I hope Sega still ain't in the chat anymore.
I think Larry the Hedgehog's pretty disturbing because he's using his penis as a third leg while running. So
someone used to pause Chung-Li's backflip animation. I think we all did that, didn't we? Hello.
He's muted it. He's muted it. Shall I unmute him?
He's in trouble.
He's embarrassed. Ask to unmute. You can only ask to unmute. Sorry. Yeah, I was. Someone was saying the other day, like, why Sega like not that protective over their, the Sonic property. You know, the fact of the absurd amount of Sonic fan games. I mean, there's one at the end of the month, isn't there? Another fan community competition, and yet they're a bit more funny about Streets of Rage remake and things like that. And
Shining Force, they're really tight with Shining Force.
Yeah, and I think it's because I think they need to sort out the weird Sonic porn issue before they get into the weird Sonic fan games. Yeah, it's a sad world we live in sometimes. And when you go to DeviantArt and type in Sonic, you'll see why.
I'd rather not.
So has anyone else got anything to add to the the video game that made you realise you was a male?
Who's not? Well, have we all said something now? I got caught out.
I tried to unmute you. Unfortunately, I couldn't.
Oh, no, you did. You cheeky sod. Didn't work, did it? Didn't work. Hey, you see? They were trying to catch me out. Didn't work. Him.
Oh, does anyone remember the game Vixen?
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because it came with a big poster. It was Corinne Russell posing in the jungle. That was on my bedroom wall. So there you go. That's my.
You also had the hacked version of Macadam Bumper, which rendered the girl at the side naked.
Yes.
New one.
Yeah.
French pinball.
That's it. Good game, actually. Even better with the hack version.
I've just thought of a really funny way to end this stream. I could just send the invite link into the chat, couldn't I?
Why? Was he going to DDoS us?
It's sitting there. All I've got to do is press enter. It's a very Tom Green thing to do, isn't it? Give everyone your mobile number or something. Yeah.
So everyone's computer explodes simultaneously.
He said, RetroUnlim are actually telling me to do it. It's his channel.
Go for it.
He's saying we should end at 10. So give it 10 minutes. 10 more minutes. Get a couple more questions in, guys. and then I'm going to send the link to this Zoom meeting into the chat to see what
I'm up
happens.
upstairs.
Yes, there you go. Get on with it, guys. Go on, give us something to talk about. Otherwise, we'll have to end the stream, and then instantly the conversation will flow. Question: what is everyone missing most about Blackpool tonight?
Ooh,
I was gonna stay over for the first time.
Oh.
So the first time I was gonna actually hotel it, get drunk, go to the after party, and
yeah,
play games.
You would have put yourself through the Norbreck experience. which
Exactly.
Stuart's a real big fan of, I know.
Bloody hell, that was Christ. I've never woken up so cold before in my life. Saw ice literally freezing across the mirror in the room. It was amazing.
Did you say you had to stuff your
Grief.
duvet into the cracks in the window or something? Was that
What
you?
did I do? Yeah, no, I used the curtain for that to try and stop it constantly vibrating so hard.
yours was
What were you
facing
doing
the
in the
sea,
room?
wasn't it?
It's good for
God,
years
it
ago. It
was-
was the first retro convention I ever went to. I love it because it's so shit. Like, yeah.
Well, the
I mean,
venues, the venue's shit, and that's what makes it, because you sort of like
Yeah.
the people sort of like make up for the. The floor was damp in my room.
Oh, nice.
That's all I got with. I didn't have a draft because I was facing, the shops out the back with all the missing sign letters and the litter everywhere, and the fag butts that sort of make mini mountains. But you were facing the sea, weren't you?
Mount Cancer. Yeah.
Smashed in the face.
I always find it strange. 'Cause in my room, I think I was like, you couldn't open the window past like an inch because it hit the wall of another part of the hotel. So it's like, why is the window here? I'm just going to open. Oh no, it's done. On a retro tip though, answers honestly, he's missing the people.
Nah. Oh yeah.
In these
I'm just
sweet.
missing the place. I'm just missing being there. Missing it's a yearly event. The last thing I've done in the last every 5 years. So it's just that's what's weird about it is that I shouldn't be here, and I certainly shouldn't be working all weekend. I should be there. Talking to you, talking to Al, talking to Rich, probably Larry and Stu as well. So
Well, I've never
who
been.
knows,
I've never been.
Yeah, you said you were going to go though, didn't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping to be able to learn how to drive by then. And drive up
At
there.
that point,
the last time we went, it said the YouTubers panel, and you were supposed to be on it, and then obviously you didn't go. And then it kept advertising it on the big screens. They said YouTubers panel, and the only picture they put on there was yours. It was like, no. On a retro tip will drive you next time.
Well, he got upset with me because I moved. You see, he said, "Oh, I
Yeah,
would have gone.
selfish.
I would have gone, and Chris would have taken me, but he moved, the selfish bastard."
Yeah. Only think yourself, Chris.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
There you go. We got 7 minutes until that invite link gets sent. So get in a couple more questions, guys. I think you've got a whole selection of people that want to drive you now by the looks of this chat.
Oh, good.
Hello, Sega Saturn lad.
So all of us, apart from you, Al, have stayed at and Larry as well, have stayed at the Norbreck.
I feel left out now.
Did you and Rich? Did you and Chloe stay there?
I've stayed there loads of times.
Yeah, you did. Because it's my hotel of choice.
It's cheap, so it works for me.
It's cheap.
To be fair, it's a million times better than a lot of the motels I've stayed at, like traveling America, like a million times more.
Yeah. Some rotten B&Bs.
See the blood stains all over the bed.
Oh, I've stayed at places like what looked like the hotel in The Shining. To be fair,
I thought the Norbreck was like The Shining.
Yeah,
Like you were like
that's
genuinely.
different.
I remember looking down this hallway and there was leaves blowing in through a door, going, and there was like a drunk person laying on the floor. I assume drunk, and it's just like, wow, this is literally a horror movie. You don't need scripts, you don't need nothing. Just put the camera on, you've got your film. It's
if they turned all the lights out at night, it would look like that. And I've heard that the reason why they don't paint it is because the brushstrokes will probably knock the render off. So that's how bad it's got. It does need a lick of paint and a rebuild.
Oh yeah, Sega Saturn lad. Never been to Blackpool. Never heard much positives, unfortunately. But that is the positive. Like it's so.
It's a lovable
scummy.
shithole.
Yeah.
It's a lovable shithole.
That's
That's my
back of stories.
the last time we went,
always said it.
The last time we went, we ended up not staying there because it was too expensive randomly.
No,
and
it's nice and cheap.
They put
It's
us
cheap.
up in this place like less than half a mile down the road. But when you walked into the like the reception, it was essentially just a house turned into a hotel.
B&B or something.
Yeah, something like that. But I remember like the reception was just covered in so many of those crappy fake Santas. It looked like Del Boy had won the lottery. Obviously he did, but essentially. But like it looked like that sort of thing. And I was trying to explain to Adam Koralik from the States, like, it gets so much shitter than this. I'm so gutted that you're not in the shitter place because it would show you what it's all about.
To him, it's be unique, wouldn't it? To him, it's like a sort of a rustic British experience, which in a sense it is.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, I love Norbrek. I love Blackpool football.
There's a difference between a shit town and there's a difference between a shit town that's fun, and that's Blackpool. And you can put Skegness in that as well. Shit town that's fun.
There we go. Like you can have a shit town was just shit, like Ipswich. Nothing. There's no reason
or Birmingham.
Yeah.
Luton's a good one. I mean, who's in Luton again, Larry?
Oh, I have no idea who you're.
The penny just dropped there.
Yeah. No, I don't live there. No, I don't. No.
Ooh, old style gaming's hitting on Norwich.
Oh. Anna says, "How dare you insult Birmingham, Nova?" But 100% correct.
Birmingham.
We had a question repeated. Hang on. Right. For Knight's Strength again. Serious question. I posted this one before. Who is the sexiest video game character? Male or female?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Of course, yeah.
There wouldn't be so much up.
Tyrus Flair. There we go.
Roland.
In what form?
Yeah, exactly.
Robot Roland.
So many choices.
He's really nice as a box. I love a bit of square bashing. So that was that question. So apparently a barrow in finesse is a fucking boil on Cumbria, according to Sega Saturn Lad. Not my words. That was Sega Saturn Lads. Knuckles was sexiest video game character. Knuckles.
Velociraptor, what are you talking about? Jack the Nipper. Love me some Jack the Nipper.
Was that sexiest characters?
Yeah.
Is that your answer, Dan?
Is that what you were asking about? Whoops.
Yeah. It was the previous question. Sexiest video game characters.
Sexiest video game characters.
Abe from Abe's Odyssey, according to someone.
I don't know.
Right, you're going to do this link thing then, I guess.
Should we?
This is really, really dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, RetroUnlim's got access to this as well. It's me and him chatting in the chat, so he can end it if it don't go well. This might be the end of us tonight, guys, but I'm going to send in a link now, and we'll see what happens. Apparently, you can only do this on Zoom for a little while anyway, so I imagine it's going to end soon, because I don't pay for Zoom. Anyway, here we go. Let's see who joins.
Who's the first lamb to the slaughter?
It's going to be brilliant because it'll just come up with their name as well. It'll be so good.
Will they have a camera? Microphone?
There's no one. Nobody gives a shit.
No one. There's
What I was going to say.
Wow, that worked well.
Over 100 people watching.
Oh, I think I have to accept them actually.
Yeah, you will. They're going to the waiting room, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Right, I'm just going to resize the screen slightly, and then that way we'll see if anyone joins in. There we go. Oh, we've got a couple. So we've got two. Admit. Hey, are we coming in? Oi, oi!
Here they come. Here they come.
Loving it. Hello, John.
Hi. Hello.
Oh no, what's the name of that one?
Cunty McCunty. This was a good idea. I don't care what you say. So what's the most amount of people you can add in onto a Zoom chat? This was a good idea. I don't care what you say.
Are you back?
I thought it was 100, isn't it? Something ridiculous.
Is it? Well, no one else has added. I'm afraid we're going to have people with... I'm afraid we're going to have people...
I thought it was 100, isn't it? Something ridiculous.
Who's that coming through? That's coming through Cunty.
Yorley.
I'm afraid we're going to have people... Whoa! Hello.
Hey, is that Juffer?
Hello.
Hello, Juffer. That's Cunty McCunt face there. Hey, is that Juffer? Hey, Juffer. Someone's got their
If it is, it's in Juffer's house.
Yeah, mute your YouTube video. Mute your live stream.
Hey, Technic and Steve, Eddie Sneaker Freak.
Someone's got their if it is, it's in Juffer's house. Yeah, mute your YouTube video. Mute your live stream.
Hey, Technic and Steve, Eddie.
This is
a bit ridiculous. Coming back to us now.
We're getting massive
Hello.
echoes. Hello, Nick. Hey, AD.
Hey guys, you alright? Good to see you. Good stream tonight. Good chat.
We have a voice. Yay.
Yay.
Hello.
Hello.
Is that it? That was good.
Right, we'll go now.
We got more people coming. I mean,
there's an abundance of wiener here. What's going on?
No.
Hey, tomorrow!
Your audio will be coming in a minute. Who's got more people jumping in? I'll chuck the invite link out again.
No, on a retro trip though.
I think he left.
He's gone. Oh.
I know.
Oh, Velociraptor's in.
Hey, Velo.
Wow.
So we're supposed to be crashing this thing.
My screen's getting very busy here.
Yeah.
Give it time, Juffer. Give it time.
Hi. My voice is gone. Sorry.
So let's get more questions in. We can actually get more people now. Hopefully, I was hoping more people in. There'd be more to chat. You know, that's not the case.
Oh, we can all chat, baby. We can all chat.
I'm unmuting people. Hey, Tomorrow Arcade, how we doing?
Hello. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very good, very good. We got more people jumping in. Kate White, she was very active in the chat tonight.
That's my missus.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Hello.
Kate.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy birthday for Monday.
Thank you. Thank you for trying to get Zy to sing.
I did try to get them all to sing, but they weren't having it. So
I can sing if you want, but no one wants to hear that. Seriously.
I do.
Oh, I think we do.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bloody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. This is I know Happy birthday to you. Hey.
Right, 3 cheers. Hip hip.
Well, I went to the pub, so
Hooray.
Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray!
That works really well.
Oh, God, you can see my bedroom now.
yeah, the lovely Del Boy bed.
Xyphoe's bedroom secrets been revealed.
Looks like a very exotic bedroom, that Xyphoe, I must say.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's where the Amstrad magic happens.
All sugared up.
Some kind of magic happens.
Oh, mummy.
Hey, Kev Hal. Good evening.
How are you doing? You okay?
All right. We got a Rob Delore in as well. Bloody hell.
How are you doing?
Is that Texie?
Yeah, it's me. It's Texie.
Hello, Texie, mate. How you doing?
I don't really know what we do now. Do we just keep going?
I'm not sure what Velociraptor's doing. He seems to be eating the floor.
What are you eating?
What are you doing, Dave? Oh, he's eating. Oh, what's he eating there? Oh, right. Oh, right. He's eating his McDonald's. Okay.
Happy birthday for Monday, Kate.
This is how you should have done it all along.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just chaos.
Just started like this.
I just put out a tweet with nothing but this link.
My God.
Hail on.
Zoom.
Feel free to do
Is that Mr. Ibbison? Yes, Zoom headquarters. What the are you doing?
As the old adage goes, shit's getting real. You know?
Let's just keep going, shall we? I suppose. I don't really know what we do now. Do we just see who else wants to join in?
Have you got any questions? Is there any questions in the room that we can answer and just chat about?
See, Steve should have hosted this from the get-go. I mean, where were you, man? I mean, come on. Should have been.
Wrong genre, isn't it?
I've got to go anyway because I've got to set up. So
I feel like this is probably the most it can take. I don't know.
Have you broke Zoom?
Well, have you got to pay for something otherwise, like a subscription or something, to get more people in? Or
I don't know.
How many have you got in at the moment?
24.
Is that how many people? Oh, that's obviously more than what
We'll be
you've got on the
able to
screen.
get in a few more because we've had more in our kickboxing lessons because we were doing those online when you weren't allowed to train.
Well, hang on, Kate. You've got to explain how you're doing kickboxing lessons online. This is a whole new story.
You have your instructor. Everybody else is muted, and you have to basically do it in your living room with your instructor yelling orders at you.
Do you use Xyphoe as the attack dummy?
No, I just hide away. I'm off.
And just
She
shuts
gets
the
feisty.
door.
I have to hide away
Because it involves. You don't have to hide away at all. You're allowed to join in. It's the online lessons were free. I offered.
You get too feisty, and
When he's all kicked
I
by a
don't
girl.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
be especially embarrassing. It's especially embarrassing wearing that Ewok outfit.
Oh, don't you start. I'll send Kate around.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Wow, when you got a room of 24 people and it goes quiet, you know something's going wrong.
Yeah,
Most people like to say something.
What's your favourite game?
So Novabug, what's your stream about tonight later? Tell us all.
Well, funnily enough, it's about this thing that I do where I put cassettes in an old Amstrad and load them.
There you go. 0 out of 5, I'm going to say.
We'll do that later. We're not infringing on this one. Yeah. I've got to do and set that up now. So I'm going to shoot off anyway. So see you later.
Catch you later, Novabug.
Bye.
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 What happens when he goes? Yeah, see, there's more. There's more people there. Look. Hey, man, Shovel, I can see your face.
He's not impressed.
No, tell me about it. Jeez.
He is now.
Oh, look, there we go. We can get more when I do that. I'll change the size of the screen.
So it's Saturday night, guys. Have we all got like a nice little pilsner or a beer or just maybe a hardcore drink to take the edge off tonight?
I've gone hardcore. I've gone full fat Coca-Cola.
You maniac!
I've just got a cup of tea.
I'm drinking water, but out of an Iron Maiden plastic cup.
Nice. Up the irons.
Anyone drinking alcohol apart from me?
Oh, tomorrow.
I need to go to the fridge and get me another one, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah, he's getting another now.
Well, he's drinking a whole jug of vodka. Fucking hell, Slope.
Let's go back to the fucking beginning.
I want to know what Velo's eating. He hasn't answered us yet. What are you eating, Velo?
McFlurry. No, where's mine?
It's a McFlurry.
McFlurry.
Love them.
Dairy milk McFlurry.
Lovely.
It's great.
I want one now.
The spicy quarter pounders before it, they were great.
I think you need to do a food review channel. That's what you're gonna do, lad.
The problem is that everything's my favourite food.
I haven't got a very good Twitter following, have I?
Oh, everyone look at Rob DeLorean. He's showing us his Star Wars arcade cab. Oh, you lucky bastard.
There's a Pac-Man in the background as well.
His Star Wars arcade cab. Oh, you lucky bastard.
I'll give you 20 quid for
it. 21, not a penny more.
25.
Ah, ruined.
Damn it. Outbid again.
RetroUnlim Steve has basically said it's basically the Norbreck live at this point.
Norbreck's never been live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably crawling with live creatures.
I think also every room in this stream has got better decor than the Norbreck.
Hang on. Tamara, have you got a Game Child and a Game Child 2 behind you there?
Yes.
My God, there's a Gamatay in there and a Game.com. Wow.
Megaduck?
Yeah.
Megaduck? I want to see a Megaduck as well, please.
Yeah.
I've not got a Megaduck. I've not been able to get those, but I've got
I've got a Megaduck.
There you go.
Oh, nice. So I've got a Game Child and
classic
two
box.
Game
Nice,
Child
nice.
I've got one box and unbox. I've got. There's a Game King in there. I don't know if you can see that poking out.
Oh, nice.
Have you got a Game Axe? Do you remember the Game Axe? That was like a Famicom handheld.
I've not, but it would be really cool to get one.
Ooh, boxed Gamatay. Look at that.
Oh, where's that one? Yeah.
Hang on, are you on Snups?
Yes.
Yes. Right. This is making more sense. Yeah.
Game Mate, yeah. I know the Game Mate, yeah. Cheetah won it.
Yes. Yeah. They distribute it in the UK.
Turns out it's pronounced Gamatay, and I only found that out 3 years after doing a video on it, so I pronounced it wrong through the whole fucking video.
Game Mate sounds better, doesn't it? It's weird, isn't it?
Got it.
I used to collect handhelds. I used to have a massive collection. Yeah, GP32, and there's the one after that as well, isn't there? There's the second version of that as well.
GP2X Whiz or something, yeah.
Yeah, I used to collect handhelds. I used to love them, but then
you lost your hands.
I sold them to move out. Yeah, lost my hand. Yeah.
Man shovels turned into Raphael. Look.
Started collecting trainers then. Only had feet.
The Puzzler console. Bit of a weird thing.
I never heard of that one.
Oh,
have you got a game? Have you got an Epoch Game Pocket computer? That's like
no,
the first,
they're very expensive.
Game Boy style console ever. It's rare. It's worth a lot of money.
I've got my Ewok tonight. My homie.
Oh, we don't need any more.
Hey.
Yup, no.
I've got a Magbox Odyssey. I know it's a handheld.
Just deal with it, Zai. You're small, cute, and furry. What do you expect?
I am not a fucking Ewok.
Oh.
They don't exist. They are fictional characters.
You're here.
They do exist.
Oh.
Careful, she'll kickbox your ass.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Hey, hello.
Oh, you got your audio sorted then.
Yeah, not that you wanted to hear me anyway, but I figured I'd be the one loud, boisterous yank in the room.
I'm also from America, by the way. I'm also from America.
Right.
I'm also here from America, from the States.
Whereabouts?
Rhode Island, actually. Rhode Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Not too far away. I'm in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Big Apple.
Yeah. About 400 miles away. Nah, not that far, but
That's
200
not
miles.
you guys, though, is it? 400 miles. That's just like, yeah, that's fine. We'll go and see you tomorrow.
Which part of upstate New York, man, Shovel?
Syracuse.
Okay, yeah, I've stayed in Syracuse once before. I accidentally left my Zelda new 3DS in a motel there. Then I went to visit my auntie in Toronto, drove there, and then I was going to Chicago after that, but I had to drive from Toronto back to Syracuse, then over to Chicago just to get this DS because I wanted it back so badly.
Did you ever get the cartridge back?
I got. It wasn't just it was a Zelda. Where is it? It was this. It was a Zelda 3DS, so it's like it was quite an expensive one. And,
Remember when they made fun of those on Rick and Morty? Like they made a joke about flipping Zelda 3DSs on Rick and Morty.
I don't watch Rick and Morty, but yeah, they scalped this to buggery when it came out.
Yeah, they made a joke about that on Rick and Morty after it was pretty funny. Yeah.
That's actually good you got that 3DS back because I've heard horror stories of people that stay in like hotels and they leave their iPods there and then they never see them again.
Yeah, they looked after it. I was well happy when I got back and got that.
Yeah, that's Syracuse.
And I got to go to Syracuse twice as well. Who could say that?
Well, anytime you're passing through, feel free to shoot me a line.
Yeah, there's a convention there sometimes, isn't there?
Retro Game Con every year. Not this year because of the COVID, but typically every fall, usually in November, they have it.
Okay, yeah. Where was it? What was it? I went to a convention in Connecticut, and I spoke to Pat the NES Punk when I was there, and he told me after the Connecticut one he was doing Syracuse next, so that must be the event.
That must have been within days of that. Yeah. The last time they had it, he was one of the guests on the panel.
Okay, cool.
Oh, there we go. I'm probably going to get going, but I'm worried if I end this, it might end it all. I don't know.
Yeah.
If the host goes.
Bloody found it! Yay!
Hey!
Hey!
Yay!
I put it back in the drawer. Brilliant. Right.
So we'll see what happens.
Was it worth it?
No, it was not. But it had to be done because I was worried it disappeared or something.
Does anyone know if I end this? Does it go to the next person or?
It'll probably end the call.
It's gone 10. Yeah.
Don't forget to vote, our American friend.
I sent in my ballot the other day, in the Dropbox.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, me and my parents. Yeah.
There you go. Tamara Arcade is now the host.
Yay!
Power is yours.
He's got
Have
the
the
power.
power.
He's got the power.
Right, it's my show.
And I'm gonna go. Hopefully, it won't leave it. It won't. Yeah, because it's changed from end to leave now. So hopefully, it won't.
Yeah, it'll be fine, mate. It'll be fine. Cool.
Have a good one, everyone. Catch you later.
Yep, I'm going to escape as well.
Bye.
Goodbye, folks. Nice to speak to you. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm going to bow out to everyone as well because I made a commitment that I was going to pop over to my friend Luke Street's house to stream with him now, so I'm going to go down.
Oh, hang on. You probably all can still hear me, can't I? Yeah, the mic's still on. Oh, dear. So this is now... I just got... this is really what it was all about. I just wanted to have this all be about me. All be about me. Now I can see you calling me, mate. There you go. Yeah. Thanks for joining. I'm off. Bye-bye.